Hi, if you're a front-end developer and you want to get to know React, this is the right tutorial for you. My name is Sinan Thufsen. Yes, that's a real name. It's part Arab and part German or Dutch. I don't know, I don't care. You shouldn't either. I'm a front-end developer at Scrivito and I will give you a short and brief overview of React, how to work with React and with components, and why it's worth the change. So let's get started. I created a little code project to show you basics about React. As you see, there's not a lot going on in the HTML file here. It's just a div with an ID that tells React where to put the content. The important part is the JS file. If you've never worked with React, this may look a bit intimidating, but we go through this bit by bit. The most important part for us as front-end developers is this. This is called JSX. It's a plugin for JavaScript and allows you to write HTML-like code within JavaScript. You can almost write the same code in JSX as you did in HTML. There are a few differences though. For example, the word class is reserved in JavaScript, so instead we have to write class name. Another difference is that we always have to include a closing tag. In HTML, this one's optional, you can just remove it. But if you remove it in JavaScript, this will throw an error. Everything like image, single line inputs, or breaks have to have a closing tag. Now let's take a look at the rest of our code. In the first line, we create a component named content, because this is where our content goes at the moment. Components are the basement of React because they give you the ability to split your app and your UI into smaller pieces that are reusable and are much easier to maintain. In this last part, we render our component. React.render is where all the magic happens. In the next line, you see the content. This is the exact component we defined above. This last line just says, in our HTML document, get the element with the ID main and render all of your content in there. In components, content, logic, and even styling are not separated anymore. You can put your logic directly into your component. And then attach your action wherever you want to have it. So, say hi. Let me show you the beauty of components and their reusability in a slightly bigger context. I have made this little project here. It just contains the index, my app.js as you know it, and a little footer.js. This is also a component like the one you saw before. The only difference is that it doesn't get rendered, but only exported. So now I can import this component here by just typing import footer from footer. If I don't put an extension to a file, it always expects JS. Now I add the component here, reload my page, and there's my footer. So as you see, one great thing about components is that you don't have to copy and paste all of your code from one page to another, like in this example of footer. And especially if you change something in your footer, you don't have to paste this change to every page using the footer. Instead, you just change the component of the footer and it will update automatically on all the pages it is used. So I really hope I could give you guys a good overview over React and how to work with it. In our further tutorials, we will dive much deeper into React. So, hope to see you again in the next one.